In this video, we're going to look at tables in Excel. It was a long time before I ever started using tables, and I really wish I'd known about them sooner. They are so easy to create and they make life a lot easier when you're working with data. So we're going to go through it step by step, and as always I'd recommend that you go through the same process on Excel after you've watched the video, and of course you can rewatch the video as many times as you need to help you through each step. If you're new here, I'm Nikki, and on this channel I'm here to help you grow and progress in your data career with tips, strategies and technical support in a way that works with your whole life. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. And if you haven't already watched the first video in this series, I would start there, as we'll be using the same data set that you can see here, and it'll get you familiar with the very basics of using Excel. So in that last video we created this data set, and I'm going to save this now so that we've got that copy saved. Okay, so I've got that to refer to when I need to, and you can see up here that the name has now changed to pupil scores. So now let's go and create a table in Excel. So here we've already got some data to work with, and this is a list of pupils, their names, their date of birth and the score they got in a recent test. And we want to turn this data set into a table. The easiest way to do this is to select anywhere in the data set, so it could be down here, and you can type in CTRL and L, and then you'll get this dialog box pop up here. You can see that it's going to set the table between A1 and D6. Now these dollar signs means that Excel has fixed the reference to never move, so it'll always fix it to A1 to D6. And we want this to be checked because our first row has our headers in, so that's okay. And that's it, we've created a table. The other way to have done this is to select the Insert tab. I'm going to go to Insert here and then select Create Table. Now it's not available here because we've already created the table, so I'm just going to right click this table, go down to Table and then Convert to Range, which basically means to make it not a table anymore. So do you want to convert the table to a normal range? Yes, I do. So now if we go into this insert, we can create this table. And it does exactly the same thing. We've got this pop-up box, it's the same reference, my table has headers, yes. Okay, now you can see that it's now brought back these automatic filters, and you'll get this by default when you create a table. The other thing that you'll see is that it's given the table a name, and it's called it table 2 because we've created it twice. So if you want to rename the table, you need to go to the Design tab, click on this table name section, and then create a name that is more meaningful. So I'm going to call it pupils, and we'll click on Enter. So if I click away from that, in this top left hand box now we'll see the reference to the table name, which is pupils, and it'll highlight that if I want to then go to that data set. This is particularly powerful if you've got lots of data sets to work with and you want to know exactly which one it's referring to. So in the design section you can also change the formatting and the colours of the table if that's required. So in this design tab here we're going to click on this drop down, and there's lots of different options, and as you can see as we hover over them it changes the formatting. So I'm going to change it to green, and then my formatting's changed. It's not something I do very often, but it can be helpful occasionally if I want to present an actual data set to somebody. Before you move on to any further videos, I'd like you to try this out yourself now, going through the same steps of creating a table, renaming it and changing the design. And when you've done this, put done in the comments below. See you next time.